What's poppin', everybody? This is Sid Rule 4 with another game with the newly updated Metal Magnezone deck in Standard. I'm still a little iffy on some of my tech choices, like that Rotom Wash. I think it's okay, but at the same time, I like having that second Dusk necrozma around, just in case. And it seems we're gonna open up with this Rotom Wash. And okay, I guess it could be used as a little decoy here if my opponent isn't playing fire or lightning. Really, this Rotom Wash is just as a little counter against Reshiram fire decks and maybe the Zekrom Raichu decks, because they run a lot of energies. They bring a lot of energies on the field. My opponent gonna go with a Cynthia after attaching the that recycle energy to this little sword thing. I forget its name, but I know Doublade, the second form, and Aegislash, the first form, doesn't come to mind now. But this little sword from X and Y, yeah, good times. Good times when they were doing stuff in that game, revealing them one by one. Let's see, I'm going to attach the energy there, just play the stadium, just so that we can draw a few cards with Lily. And get the Magnemite, that's good. Also the Cherish Ball, that's also good. Get an attacker. And you know what? Let's get dialga GX. Because even if this deck, they don't use Tag Team GXs, getting that Timeless GX attack off, man, is just such a great advantage. It's kind of a waste that I put the energy on Frost Rotom, but it was the only way to draw extra cards for Lillian. Okay, so Honage is what it's called, now that I hovered on it. And we actually have a few of the Aegislash lines in Standard available now. I will see what my opponent is using. Evolving into Doublade, this Honage is running has that little ability that when it dies, you put damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon. It can be decent, but 50 HP is low. I think I'd run a different one. So let's see. Now I'm going to use the Fan Club, one of the situations where I guess we're going to use it to grab the Dedenne GX and use it as a supporter too. So get me a basic and then get me some drawing. Get that Magnemite down just in case. You never know what happens. You need to have like two of your stage 2 basic. And then the Dedenne GX, I mean, I debate. I don't want to discard the Malcornet, but it's the only play we have. We got to do what we got to do. So no Magnezone yet, but I did get the Magneton. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. Grab another Metal Energy with the spinner. And, well, 2 spinners. Use both of you. Yeah, Professor's Letter was much better. And if I was playing an expanded, of course I would use Professor's Letter instead. As one viewer was commenting on, he would like to see this deck in expanded. This deck probably is better in expanded. I would like it better in expanded, these kinds of decks, because they have a lot of the options that I like Professor's Letter. You got your Field Blower now, your Megaphone, you got the Energy Retrievals, you got VS Seekers, Mail, all those good cards. But at the same time, without a good attacker to get one-hit knockouts, even in expanded, this deck won't be too much now. Dusk necrozma is in that fixed 220, and that doesn't cut it. You need to be able to go over that, like how the Ultra Necrozma GX decks, like how Rayquaza EX did. Like Rayquaza EX from Dragon Exalted, even though it was so old, I used it for such a long time, and I could still use it today if I wanted to, because it just has that unlimited ceiling that if you discard enough energies, you can get knockout on any Pokemon. But getting back in the game, it seems my opponent is running this new Aegislash from Unified Minds. I remember what it does when I read it on the set reviews. It's kind of has an interesting ability where it's gonna recover itself every time it dies. So once you get the first one out, you don't have to worry too much about finding the other ones as a stage 2 deck. But it has low HP at 130. You know, the attack, you need a lot of supporters in your discard pile to do damage. And, you know, it has a few decent things going, and it might be a decent little stage 2 deck, but maybe there's better options. Like, I think the Garchomp is better. Maybe even Empoleon is better. Still. But anyways, we got the Magnezone out, and I'm going to go all out with my GX attack here. Also get the Magnezone ready. Since my opponent is using non-GX Pokemon, I'm going to make sure I power up non-GX attackers too. So the Magnezone in this case, since we don't have anybody else down. I'm going to get more Magnezones out anyway. And it does exactly 130 with its attack, giving me that instant KO. So, let's put the last metal energy on you, Magnezone. And go with Dialga GX. Timeless. Awesome name too. Yeah, this is a pretty kick-ass attack when you get it going. Major plus. So I'm going to get the knockout now. My opponent is going to get the knockout too. He's going to use the spell attack there and put the remaining damage counters on that Rotom. Get rid of it. Okay, you're going to get a free prize, but it gives me an open spot too, which I wanted. That Rotom would be useless in this matchup. Which makes me wonder if I really want to have it, like if it's really worth it to run for fire. I don't know, man. I mean, mostly this deck is just going to be just for fun, just for experimenting. I know that it can't really do much in the meta. Like, you're not going to go win a regionals with this deck. Probably. So Rare Candy, get the second Magnezone out, so we're kind of good with those for now. And he promoted that Honedge there, I guess as a decoy. And you know what? I mean, I could just use Shred, but I don't want to keep my Dialga in harm's way. And since we can get the energies back with Mount Coronet, might as well just retreat. You know, Dialga is usually just good for that timeless, and then that's about it. You know, doing 80 is not very good. And drawing during the mid-game, late game is not what you want to do with his first attack either. Alright, so Magnezone gonna start giving me KOs too. Zap Cannon, get rid of this Honedge. I guess he promoted it. I guess he's gonna get the free damage counter, so make use of it, I guess, since he's gonna give out a free prize anyway. Might as well. That Mew isn't useful for him, but I guess he really just wanted to give me that extra damage counters with Honedge's effect. So, not bad, not bad. My opponent is doing decent, I guess. You know, this Magnezone is pretty softened up. But he needs to get more of his supporters in the discard pile, because I don't think he's going to be able to get a KO. So, more of the Aegislash is coming out. Doublade, this guy. And there's the Dusk Stone. So, I guess, yeah, this deck can use this card too. So, maybe it can be a little decent stage 2 deck if you want to run like a regular stage 2 deck. It has a few tools. Another tier 3 deck perhaps, who knows. And Trash Slash, man, he couldn't even get the KO. I mean, I survive. I mean, not exactly just barely. I have 30 HP left. I've got the resistance too, which sucks for my opponent. But, I mean, I don't know why he doesn't have an engine to help with his attack. Normally, if you're going to use this Aegislash, you want to get your supporters in the discard pile somehow. I think that's what his attack does. It's you do more damage if you have a lot of supporters there. And the cap is 130 or something. So it's not the greatest Pokemon, but I guess you can use spell tags. I guess you can use Honedge's ability too. You know, spread damage counters. And the damage could add up, but it's probably better decks out there. Alright, Magnezone. Switch to the other one, put the energies on, and keep attacking at 130. Get the job done. And as long as you don't have spell tags on, then I'm not too worried. I mean, the spell tags, you know, they're more of a threat than this guy, to be honest. Okay, another KO. Now I'm at 3 prizes. Got the energy recycle system there. And I would like to get like a Heatran or something, or maybe set up another Magnezone. My opponent gonna go with a Recent Stamp. I guess a good time to play it. Mitigate my hand. Don't see much, but I can make use of the Fisherman perhaps. Aegislash, gonna put that with Communication and get another Aegislash. Okay, must be cooking up something. Eriga's Hospitality, make that live. Okay, nice play there. Drew a lot of cards. Gets that spell tag. and trash talk again. I think that's what the attack is called. But I mean, not doing enough. Still no knockout on Magnezone. I have both of them are hurt, but they only give one prize if they die. And I mean, you know, his damage is kind of fixed. Like if I know you're just doing 130, you don't have any other tricks up your sleeve, you know, I can be a little bit complacent, a little bit relaxed. So just keep going, keep using my strategy. Since he didn't get rid of the stadium, I mean, if he got rid of Mount Coronet, I actually would have been in trouble. But I'm surprised he doesn't play any counter stadiums. You know, that's a bad meta call. You know, these days, in this standard format, even if your deck doesn't really require stadiums, you should play a counter stadium. Just to get rid of all the other stadiums around. I mean, especially with no field blowers, especially now with so many Prism stadiums being played. Heat Factory, the Thunder Mountain, you know, even other ones. The Wonder Stadium too for Gardevoir. You gotta run your stadiums. So get another KO. I only need to KO 2 of these Pokemon left. He brings out another Aegislash, so I think, yeah, this Magnezone is gonna get KO'd. And we got the Cherish Ball from the prizes. That won't be useful now. And wow, he added the custom catcher, so maybe we'll see a play or something. Using Judge Whistle, draw a card too. I would imagine he must have the other Judge Whistle there if he does this. But just still trash talk, just doing 90 damage, alright. And since my stadium is still around, keep using Magnezone. Or rather, actually, you know what? I only have one left, so yeah, it's about time we bring out the dusk necrozma. But my opponent surrendered anyway. So it's GG. Interesting little match. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Sailor 94, we'll say.